Hi, it's 2021-03-23, and around 11 a.m. I had a dream about an hour ago. I got out of the house from the back door, and then I look in the kitchen. I look right. I, if my mother was coming, because I was about to take a leak. I'm like, fresh air, freedom, And and then I heard no, but I did it. And just before, the neighbor that is left is Chinese or Asian, and and then it was behind, and I remember seeing a window, black window, and then it changed. So what I was uh, what I was seeing from like it changed that I saw another. It changed like what like 95 degrees. Change 90 degrees. The coordinate like it was south. Um, it was south. Um, Southwest, east, and come on. Okay, so if it was south, and the kitchen is here, and the neighbor is here, so between northeast, and then I was standing by the house just outside here, like in the stairs or whatever, and then it changed that suddenly think that the house suddenly northeast of the Asian was north and it changed. So it changed. Uh, and it's funny because then it was like another city. It was another city um, that is called well that has the same starting and the city, but it's different. Suddenly I was in Point Town, uh, which may be now in Taiwan. Huh? When I look at the map here, then it changed, and I heard no, and I took the leak, and it went two times down, yellow, big yellow lines. So one time, and I think I stopped, and then another time. So I don't know. I'm saying there's a base on the ground submarine I put yesterday. Yesterday I heard no. I heard no when I put the submarine that is 2 months ago because I wanted to know the NHL was gonna win, and I think it was Flyers, Boston, Pittsburgh, whatever. It came out and I put it, and I heard no before, but I put it. So uh, maybe there's a little move here. Also, by the way, Trump means trembling, so shaking. So um, I don't know. I don't take decision here. What is going on, man? This communist is a evil totalitarian, uh, taking the freedom of people, freedom to get close to God. Putin, what are you doing, man? This is absolutely nuts. So if you know that God is in control and it's gonna come after, you can't leave that into God because you also know the prophecies that speak that the wars and everything and with China and the West and what is going on, man? What is this? What is this disgusting shit? You don't have enough. You guys don't have enough to afford to do your business in the washroom. You want to do it on the people. What is this, man? Ah, man, I got sorry, I got a pain in the stomach. What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing, man? You're like in high school fighting when you're at the head of countries. What is this going on? This cannot be like this. Those are not the wise men in the book of Revelation, man. These kings are not pretty wise. What is going on in here, man? Yeah, so when it turn, it's around there, huh? We got. Uh-huh, uh-huh, Taiwan. What is going on? Uh-huh, uh-huh. So what it was, east, just the house of the chain, it turned and now it became south, but it was north in fact. And me, I guess 2 times on the west side, direction west. No, no, we're saying with the, we're saying that, man. On the optimist side, you guys need to turn to Jesus. That's the only possible thing. The only possible thing. You cannot steal what belongs to the King of Kings. You know, I probably, without the help of God, I probably cannot go in Russia and try to steal what belongs to Putin or that regime there, right? And I'm not gonna try because it doesn't interest me. But a similar way, that's why I'm saying this. It's a bad example, but I just wanted to put in words that you understand. You cannot, that everybody understand. You cannot steal what belongs to the King of Kings. And what belongs to the King of Kings, God the Father give it to the Son. What is it? Peace. With all the wisdom and peace and life. So you cannot steal. That's why you need Jesus, because you cannot take what belongs to Him. And we have to think that not only it is a person, but is a person that walk on earth and that is with us in our image. We gotta think that it's not, that peace doesn't belong to something that is not alive, like a piece of anything object. Even an object, I think, is alive. And there's things around, but I don't know. It's not an object is an object, but I mean, we have to think. We have to think that, and and that's called to humility and all the quality that comes with it. Alaska. That's funny because yesterday I published a video of the bed and the ex-model, that ex-girlfriend of my brother, and she took me, like, well, we're in a kind of a party and it's dark, and there was a big bed, and on the left, and this is before the shooting in Colorado. In the morning, I put this, and on the left, I said there was a bed, there was a couple, so I wanted to go in the middle as to hide what you wanted on the top left. And then I went and she tried to take my t-shirt. I said I had a white t-shirt on the bed and pants. And I resist, but the second time it went. Now the guy who got caught, you've seen he had a t-shirt, maybe white, but he still had his pants. Killed about 10 people. And the lady, when she saw, her name was Mary, and when she saw in the middle that I had, what do you call this? I saw my ribs. They were all like, I'm not gonna repeat myself, but I had a red dot there. You can go and look back at the dream, but I want to say this. This is also I've said it, the place where it happened, the king. Because the day prior I didn't publish, but now I'm stopping to know the future and the markets and use my gift of God to see this. And after months and months and every time studying for about 20 hours a day or whatever, I started to get closer to my goal in my opinion, and I did stop. I got strangled, and I said I don't want to be possessed like this in the future. And I know there's a war coming, so I'm getting close to God, and I see this thing. And what happened is that 2 days ago, I think it was on 21, I literally woke up and I did like this, and I said a word in my bed, like I never got physically. And between that time, I did nothing wrong. I even stayed away from internet. I prayed. I got close. I did nothing like a mortal sin, like they call something like in my opinion. But I woke up like this, and this is the logo also of this store, King Super. Then your logo, the three things, and the red and yellow, like China. So, and I was in bed like a king bed. So the next day I see this Colorado has a dot. But also when you look at the map with Washington, you see the Vancouver. It's well known for BC, Victoria. There's a little chopping there missing, and I've checked the story yesterday with the Chinese there, and long story, long story. Uh, but it's a bit left alone there, Victoria. And obviously, you've seen uh, what had test. You've seen that Mary, and you see what happened. Even in I think I talk too much, Lord God. Jesus, if you don't want me to publish anything, or don't say, I am begging you, man, just stop all these dreams, or let me know in the dream. That's it, man. How many times I asked this, and okay, so I'm not gonna and prepare yourself for wars, guys. I mean, I don't want to scare anybody, but you should. Even if they talk about peace, you should. I'm talking to anybody here that might come across this video. You gotta prepare. Don't put your trust in man. And God bless you, brothers and Holy Spirit. Oh yeah, in the movie yesterday, this dream of the father and everything, and I thought, oh, maybe I can go in the washroom and jerk fast or something, and I don't know. So this is 2 times. Nothing happened like this, but 2 times it happened because I told myself they see you. So I don't know if I said go in the washroom or not. That's oh, excuse me, I thought I had a teacher. And uh, everywhere I look, everywhere there's a lot of changings, and the world is not a good place right now, unfortunately. Oh man. Okay, first of all, here the 2 lines yellow, no, no, when jerk and piss, jerk when you hide, and then mode. And I knew Victoria yesterday when I wanted to talk, and they say no because of the missing bed alone. You guys, US Army, they have to go around there, in my opinion, and Canada. Also heard Alaska today. So we know the prophecy, they coming from the west, but they're gonna push back. So we we gotta we gotta counter this, in my opinion. Bang. We gotta we gotta prepare at least. They're preparing. We gotta prepare. It's not because we have God. We're not gonna prepare here and sin on the side. So it's about time, I think, that Canada and United States they're crazies, man, these communists. And obviously also um, Jesus by chance I publish a video. This is a lot, you know. I published one of my first video dream that I had in about 2014. I was at war in Taliban and I had the gun and I see a Taliban and I didn't shoot and I just stopped and I heard the golden ears and they did golden ears. Now I see what's going on just around where I am here in the park here in BC. It's very strange. There's a park called Golden Ears and it fits in. And this dream that I did like this with Paul and Chinese. He's Chinese and he did like this. Um, and I enter on the second room with the light, like conception. And you see this Quebec doing like this. So you gotta obviously watch the East too. You guys gotta just prepare. Just prepare. Just put your anything here in Canada. Put your submarines, leave the US, just in case. We need just to prepare in case they go crazy. And continue the good talk with God just in case, because it will be absolutely stupid to not prepare and be late for school. You got to prepare because we've seen what they're doing with their own people. We've seen it in Hong Kong, we've seen it now around what's going on. They're not open to talk. They're not open to freedom of religion. They have this old concept of the devil, old whatever. It's not. It seems that it's not that of the communists that kill so many people, and they still selling statue for Mao Zedong example, and still because of the fear around, and they just thought that this was the answer. If other nations like they didn't share, other Christians they didn't share, well that must be not the truth. So they after building the wall and they it's long time this Mao did, but he concentrated them and force and let's do this from the inside. Millions of people died instead of opening and talking. And I'm not saying that God knows what was the politics around, but it seems like it did happen like this. There was Stalin too, and this is completely evil. How many people died? And they forced labors around and forced people and you know and it built up and now they can work, for example, for free before or for food. Now they work for a few bucks and they get this little place where they live and they say, well, we're sharing. It might be some people with the fear, it might be the truth, but it's not. They're not allowed to find God, to fly by their own like a bird. And obviously, it's the responsibility of others like me and you to say, oh, well, no, you can fly like a bird, but having billions of dollars is not good. You must share, or at least this and this as a good Christian. So um, there is still limits, I believe. And if not, well, God might judge you if you decide so. But it's your freedom, and maybe it's the freedom of people of society around you saying, listen, it's not good what you're doing, and maybe the guy is gonna stop being a billionaire and still just being a millionaire. So, but you have to prove, and with God, so there's this problem of communists that it's not over. It's not over, and whatever they have fished some people with this errors that makes terrors around, and it's going around, and it seems like they're not looking back. They're not looking back in their errors. So what's going on? If you advance this 10 years, 20 years, something's gonna happen. They did it inside their own. Where's Tibet? Down. What's next? Mongolia. They want a revenge to Korea. Japan is around. Taiwan. We've seen the sea. They calling from old. Oh, that's before. There have to be limit. There have to be talks. You can't do that, people, in my opinion, China, because these people around, they have their own community and way of being. You need something talk. And don't think you have to change your mentality and leave the freedom of religion. Don't think, oh, we're gonna sweep them with sugar talk. And like Trump said, we're gonna laugh because we're just building and reinforcing our strength. We're waiting for a good time. It cannot be like this. And I don't know what Putin is doing. He seems to laugh. The whole sarcasm of Christians. I'm not gonna point fingers, but I just don't understand what is he doing as a Christian nation. Like, oh, we're big, we're safe. We've shown them the communists before. They're not gonna be against us. They cannot be too much against us. We'll let them beat other. What's going on? We've seen the strategical points of they're going with Iran, some Muslims that don't like the West, Africa, the business to take also a space and rely other people, Muslim, that will be against freedom of religion, because it comes to this. We cannot allow this. We cannot allow this. Chinese people must understand that you know the West is not evil. I mean, the ways to not choose good is evil, but they have to understand that we're not there to kill them. We're not there to kill them. This the killing and the political situation with the communists. That's what they killed them, most of them, in the past. Where was the help? Don't ask me. I don't even know in the past history what happened. But it seems to me like once the guy was there, he closed all the doors. Communist is very bad. Communist is very bad. You know what is communist? It's like somebody that closes door and eats his own shit and feeds on it. Like a pig that eats his own shit. And I'm not calling them pig, but this is like the imagery that I had. It did happen in the past with Romania. It's just closing your door and like a rabbit, you eat your own thing. You gotta talk to your neighbors. This hate has to disappear. Putin, I don't know what's going on with you. This is not a joke. This is not a joke. This is not a joke. So if you talk about Christian values, where are your Christians' values to defend the Christians from the West, the little ones, or in Europe? Like what's going on? Then the solution comes from the example in the church. But what are you doing to raise the church up? I don't see even any alliance with the church, East and West. The Pope was supposed to take all the bishop and consecrate Russia to the Virgin Immaculate Heart of Mary. What's going on? And deceive, man. Deceit. I don't like it. I don't trust man, and I don't see things going for the best here. Even the church doesn't seem to go for the best. We got two popes. We got the pope that are like going aside. Too tired of all this mannequins and trickery and infiltration. What is going on, man? Apparently been infiltrated even not only by homosexuals, but communists. Did you do that? The communists in Russia? Did you guys did that? Because this will be this will be very a bad trick. You're supposed to help the mother church and you would infiltrate the real church with bad things and then point fingers and say, well, you are gay in the West, you're deprived of morality. Maybe it did start also in the church that you deprived them there and it multiplicate like a cancer. I don't like this, man. Father, Son, Holy Spirit, go talk like men, like grown ups. Uh, because war and massive war and World War III and war is insane. It's insane. The fact, that, you know what pisses me off is the fact that people will suffer. Also, will be people around, even if they're sinners or not. Will be people that did not choose that, and suddenly they die. If you say if you think that you know God, whatever your religion and say, and they will probably say, well, they'll die as martyrs and go to heaven. You might be right, but if you think like this, imagine you how much you're not gonna die, probably having the grace to die as an innocent man when your time's gonna come. Because if you think like this and it's gonna happen to them, you reverse this against you. You're gonna have all to repent against this. You cannot think like this. And I think that it seems to me when I look at the map in the world, it's not only communists who will do that if there's such a war. Will be backed by Russia, which they're Christian. Will be backed by other people that believe in another God, in another religion. Well, these are not people of God. It looks like they're not inspired by God.